Right, good morning everyone. Right now I'm going to share with you a little project that I want to do on, I want to do it on a bigger scale and make it into a clock. So I'm really only testing it on this small plaque. And I put 2 little tubs there, anything will do, because we're going to put some resin over it. But obviously, of course, it's needs to be painted first. Now I do have some inks out as well that I might use in the resin. But first of all, we need to paint it. Now I don't need to do an undercoat on it at all. But what I'm going to do is to wet it first. And it's going to be like a little beach scene. I'm just going to soak the wood. Just to help when I put the paint on. And I'm using the Dale Rowney, which is the light blue. I need a different blue as well. Have I got a darker one? Yep, here we are. Well, a bit of a purple one, but you see, can be any colour you want it to be. I might even just put a little bit of black in it. Let's see. There's the other blue, I think. Yeah, so I've got this one as well. Ultramarine. So, first of all, we're going to start with the darker blue. And I'm just going to hold it up and paint this like this first. See, it'll help spread it, which is what I want to do. And now, doesn't matter about the edge, because I will be covering that anyway. I just wanted to get the main body done. Like that. Just wash that blue off. I'm going to leave the lid, well, I'll put the lid back on it because I know what I'm like. Take the lighter blue and pop some on there. I can go back and do another coat if I want. Just mix this in. I'm just going to use my finger to blend that. Let me get some tissue. I'm going to blend it from this end. Now, I don't mind having shading in that at all. You know, like patchy work, it doesn't matter. Now what I'm going to do is take the white and I'm just going to pop a little bit of the white here. Take a very small amount of the black. Ooh, don't want that much, mate. That'll do. You only need small amounts. I'm just going to dab that. I'm not bothered about it being on my fingers. I'm going to brush the blue into that. And then I'm going to dab this around. And then we're going to dab that. Like that, okay. Just smudge it about. I'm going to add a little bit more blue. The lighter blue. I'll dab that around. and then just kind of brush it with my finger. Take off the excess that I don't want. Sorry, that noise was the dog falling to the ground. He comes in and dumps himself. He does make me laugh. I'm just going to take a clean brush and just kind of like blend that in. Just do it that way, that's it. Again, just blending it in. We do need shadow in it, if you know what I mean. I'm just going to do another touch of the darker blue, just a touch. And go back in here. Yeah, I think that's got everything I need. How I want it. Doesn't matter if there's a bit of that. Just get a bit more tissue. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I like getting blathered. Crazy. Now on this section, what I do need to do is to put some, I think it's going to be like a sand. Sorry, you'll just have to bear with me. I had my sand somewhere and I've dropped it. Not dropped it. I've lost it. I've got finger gloves here as well, you know, because I could have used those, but I like to get in a mess. I'm going to need my cup for the resin. There. I'm going to need my little pot, because I don't need too much to mix it in. But I need my sand. Where did I put my sand? And I don't know how I've done. Oh, well, we'll just use some little tiny rocks. I can paint them afterwards. But they will have to be glued on, that's all. Right, so I've got another measuring cup there. I think what I might do... let me see. I needed the sand and I don't know what I've done with it. Okay, right, it doesn't matter. I did need the sand, but we can paint that. We'll have to paint it. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a distress ink, which is the walnut stain. And I'm just going to put a bit on there. Oh, you know what? It needed a shake. Give it a good shake. Doesn't matter about that bit. And it's supposed to be a dark brown, but hey. Let's have a look. Some of these have never been opened and I need to use them. I really do. Give them a good shake. So I'm using it right from the bottle. Just going to use my brush again. And it's acrylic paint I've used, so it really doesn't take that long to dry. Right, and then what I'm going to do is just to give that a quick dab. It was just to take the lightness off the board, like that. And then I'm going to put some glue on there, and to that we're going to add some beads and a bit of grass. So I've got my PVA glue. Like that. And any will do. Like that. And remember, this will take time to dry. So I'm going to go from there and I'm going to lay on some of this, which is beautiful, fresh bit of greenery. And I'm just choosing a little bit that I like. We can go there. Right, I need a few small stones, which I'm just using these brown ones. And I've left enough of the glue to make them stick. We're going to go over it with acrylic anyway. But this is where you can mix and match your mediums. Well, you can put anything you want, to be honest. Anything at all. I've got a couple of shells that I want to do. So I hope you're seeing this. So I'm just going to take a few shells. Oops. And add some really pretty ones in. Oops. Oh, some really nice ones. I don't want them too big though. You can have one there. And we can put one there. So it's just a little bit here and a little bit there. Really pretty. And we'll have one there. That's all I want to do. It's just to make it look a little bit beachy. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is to take the glass beads, sprinkle them all over so it looks like sand. Like that. Maybe put a few in there. Like I say, I don't think I've opened them for about 5 years. I'm just going to tilt it. Well, it doesn't matter about that. We can leave that in there. Don't want it too far in. Oops, I don't want to be doing that, mate. And then what I'm going to do now is mix my acrylic. Now I'm just going to move the camera this way a little bit so you can see it. So I've got this, and I'm going to use this measuring cup because it's a lot easier. And we'll start and do the acrylic. 100A, that's what it's saying. So we can say that's 100. Get another one of my magical tools because they do for anything and everything. So that's that. Pop that on there. And it's only sticking on. Let me put the lid on the other one because otherwise I'll end up destroying it. I know what I'm like. So that was 100 and now we want 60 of this. So this is the hardener. And that should do. Right, so we've done that. Then what we do is we mix that. 3 to 4 minutes should do, but I only do it till it comes clear. Once it's clear, I'm happy. So I'll be back when that's done. You don't know what we're doing this. Right, I'm back. I'm just going to shift this out of the way and we can put the camera back. Just move that to one side. Okie dokie. Now, all I'm going to do is just to pour a little bit on around here first. That's going to seal all of that in. And this is just the first top coat that I'm putting on. Jojo. Now I have to make sure, even if it drips onto the deck, that's fine. Because it does level itself out, obviously. But if it's lopsided, then I have to alter it, don't I? So, like I said, I want to do a little scene of, don't worry about the bubbles, we'll get them sorted. And I know some of this is going to stick out of the resin, I'm fine with that. I just want to make sure it's all covered and everything's sealed in like that. I think we've got there. There we go. Now this is where the fun begins, because I want to do a little bit of colour. So I'm going to take the blue, pop that in my little pot. Pop a little bit of the resin in it. Don't want much. And then colour that. See that beautiful colour? So I've got that. And what I need to do is just to pop that over. Just drip it where I want it to be. And that's just going to mix in a little bit more here. That's going to be fantastic. Like that. Beautiful. Love that. I'm going to leave that, but what I'm going to do is put some in this one because I can wash it out later. So I'm just going to add a little bit more in there. And to that, I'm going to add white. And then hopefully we're going to do a little bit of magic. Okay. Needs to be a bit whiter than that. And I'm just going to drip this around the end like that. You're going to see a little bit of magic, hopefully. It's starting to do it, but I need the heat gun. not quite what I want. So I'm going to take that and just dip this back in. Swirl that about. Like that. I'm going to take a little bit more of the white, quite a lot more, and add that to that that's left. And drape that in. Hopefully you can see this. It's not quite white enough. So I'm going to mix a little bit more white. Now it's thickening up, so I do have to be careful. Need a little bit more of this. Oh, see? It's going a bit gooey. Like that. Let me just turn that like that. Nearly did the wrong one then. I know it's gone over, I'm fine with that. What I'm going to do with this is to bring that up a bit so it won't go anywhere. Move all of the... Woo! Don't, nearly did it. Told you what I'm like, I knock everything over. Just move certain things out the way. Lift that up so that it can stay put. I just need to put a little bit more of the dark blue in. So what I'm going to do is use the blue. Oh, I've got this one. Wait a minute. Let me get this off. Another new one. I better give it a good shake. See how it looks like the beach? I'm just going to take the like that. Take hold of the heat gun again. Because that looks like depth into the sea. But I need to get that. I'm not happy with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... This way you can swap and change what you're doing, you see. I'm actually going to remove this bit. I'm not happy with that bit. Like that. That's fine. I'm happy now I've done that. And then with the remainder of what I've got left, I'm going to colour it with the blue. Put quite a bit in it because I want it quite dark. I need a little bit more blue. That's the dark blue, and I'm going to put the lighter blue in. Because I want blue. That's it. It's like a really dark smoky blue. And we're just going to drip that on. Like that. Just in places. Take hold of the dryer. And take that bit out. Okay, right, I'm going to leave that. Now I have to leave that to dry, and when that's dry I have to come back, unless I can do it now, and I don't really want to waste that. Let me just see, I'm going to put some of these on as well. These are the glass pearls, and I just want to do it on the edge. And mix in with those. Because they're pearlised and they look gorgeous. But what I need to do another of the, let me just see, what can I use? I've got a little cup here, this will do. I need to put a little bit of white in here. There we go. Just going to do a touch of that. A little bit more. Yeah. Just drip that along here. Like that. And again, that's it. Sorry, I'm going to come in this angle as well. Yeah, and then slowly sorry about that. Oh, I like that because it looks like there's rocks and that in there. Yeah, I like that. Very nice. Yeah, that's how I want it. And then I've just got to come in and do the white when it's ready. Yes. And you'll see that when this has dried. I'll be back in part 2.